about somebody who is trying to sort through their feelings because they had love, or, you know, they care about you deeply, but they feel like the trust is broken. So keep in mind, this could be how you feel about somebody, or this could be how somebody feels about you, but we have trust that seems to be in the past tense, right? I trusted you, but maybe not so much anymore. So it's about whether or not somebody is willing to try to rebuild that trust or let go of that frustration. Hello, Dracula. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find it in the description box, along with more information on how to get access to additional content as a member, as well as find out how to get my Etsy page link if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. All right, let's dive in. We have some new tarot decks. You guys are gonna get sick of me saying that. Okay, we're gonna go with the B tarot. I am gonna have to shuffle just a little extra because it's the first time I'm using it, but I'm pretty excited about this B tarot. Here's the book for it. I don't know why. Okay, it's not doing it. It like sounds different when I go through the pages. But one of the things that I noticed was the High Priestess card is called the Melissa or Melissa. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it with an E like that. But I didn't know that the Greek word for bee is Melissa. So that's cool. Shout out to any Melissas that might be watching. Did you know that your name means bee? All right, so let's see what else we have about this trust that has been broken between two people. Doesn't have to be romantic. All right. What else do we have? Five of Swords in the reverse, the King of Swords, and the Tower in the reverse. Okay, so there is a desire here for someone to apologize with that Five of Swords in the reverse. That would be like somebody who wants to make amends. And with the King of Swords, Tower in the reverse, it's like, can we talk through this? Can we find common ground? Can we figure out how to avoid everything like crumbling to the ground, right? Or is this really like a deal breaker? We have the Keeper, which is the Fool card, and the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands can talk about second chances. Sorry, it's lawn care day apparently. Hello, Sacred. Hello, new boy. What's up? Look, I'm gonna delete your comment because that's not what we're here for. I hope that you get your money, but please do not be begging in the live chat. So we've got somebody here who is trying to venture out and like have a different approach. So we could have someone who's not been very effective at communication. Maybe there was something said that was a little bit out of pocket. The King of Swords can be someone who struggles to communicate emotions, or may even, you know, kind of be a bit harsh. We have the Hanged One in the reverse. Look at how cool that card is. It's covered in bees. This is stubborn energy. And a lot of air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. As now we also have the Ace of Swords. So it feels to me like we have one person whose feelings were hurt and another person who felt like they were just saying the truth. I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings, but that's how I felt, or that's what was, you know, the truth. So Being a little bit more respectful during that communication seems to be the issue here. 8 of Jars or the 8 of Cups in the reverse. And the Princess of Wands. Communication. So let's come back and, you know, have a chat, and I can try to talk through the situation with a little bit more concern for how you'll receive it, or a little bit more care with how I say it. Hello, Monica. How are you doing? Oh, no. All right. What else? Prince of Pentacles, which would be the Knight of Pentacles, and the 10 of Jars, or the 10 of Cups. Oh, how cute that is. So there is love here. You see the two people in the background? I mean, I was distracted by the kids in the bee suit. And it makes me think of that one song. Oh, you guys, I can't think of the name. No. You know the little girl in the bee suit in the music video? I bet Raziel knows what I'm talking about. How you doing, Raziel? Hello, James. What's up? Just letting you all know, I do prefer to be called Carmen. Por favor. We do have somebody here who is saying, look, I know I've been stubborn. I know maybe I wasn't the easiest to deal with, or maybe I said things a little bit more like bluntly than I should have. So let's try this again. Let's talk through things, and I'm going to put more care into how I express myself, because I appreciate that what I did made you feel like maybe I didn't care. King of Pentacles in the reverse, the 7 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. We just had somebody who was rude. Maybe it was a little bit judgmental what they said. Maybe they were a bit harsh in terms of the expectations of how to be friends, or how to be in a relationship, or how to like live together, or how to deal with your family. It's looking like we have a genuine apology from someone who acknowledges, I know I could have said that better. I know I could have been more respectful, you know? Thank you. I knew you would know, Raziel. No Rain by Blind Melon. All right. Let's see what else we have. What do we want? We're going to go with the Prisma Visions Tarot. What else? Empress in the reverse. The Lovers and the 7 of Pentacles. So I made a choice, and that choice was not really taking into consideration your feelings. And with the 7 of Pentacles, I don't want you to feel like you're just like an afterthought, or that your feelings don't matter. Six of Chalices or 6 of Cups in the reverse, and the 5 of Wands. So when we have a discussion, or when we're dealing with a disagreement, I'm going to remember that I need to choose my words more carefully, or if there is an argument with someone else and it's important that I defend you, I'm going to stand up for that, right? I'm not going to just walk away or think about myself. Temperance in the reverse, and the 4 of Chalices in the reverse. This feels more and more to me like there was another person involved. This could be like, I wish that you had defended me when you were dealing with your family, Or I wish that when we were, you know, spending time with your friends and they thought it was cool to like call me out or be rude, that you would have stood up for me. It feels like what really needed to happen was somebody thinking about how their words could impact another person, especially if they like joined in and made fun of someone, whether it's their romantic partner or a friend. Hello, Rachel. How you doing today? Hello, Spoken Word. What's up? Hello, Delinia. You're funny, Rachel. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse again, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, if things are already looking a little bit frustrating, or if you can tell that, you know, maybe I already feel like people are banding together to say something, then it's your job to defend. It would be nice if you gave me a little bit of assistance. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Yeah. This is about defending someone. If things are getting kind of crazy and you're able to help me, or you're able to say something to, you know, lighten the mood or make sure that things don't devolve into an argument, then let's do that, right? We don't have to join in on the fun or make someone feel bad about themselves. Hello, big boy. How are you doing? I'm sorry to hear you're sad. I hope your day gets better. Yes, thank you everyone for liking and subscribing. It's free. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing today? Three of Wands, Judgment, and the Five of Swords. So when we're dealing with a group of people and maybe they're making fun of me for, I don't know, what I wear, the music I listen to, or I don't know, the food that I eat, the fact that I love Star Trek, whatever it is, right? It would be nice if I could count on you to balance that out instead of joining in. Or it would be nice if I could count on you to defend me if your parents aren't really a fan of, you know, boundaries, things like that. All right. What else do we want? We'll go with the Energy Oracle. Hello, LA. How are you doing? Hey, big boy. Let's not be too cruel to our own selves, right? We all have our own merits. I'm sure there's someone out there that would think that you are attractive. Hello, Elijah. Yes, please call me Carmen, Elijah. We have the Garden and the Gate, and Attachment. It's like there's some sort of gatekeeper here, or somebody who, if you're marrying into a family, or if you just joined a social group, it's giving a little bit of like Mean Girls, like you are the new person. Maybe it's even you're a new person at work, right? So we're going to make fun of you, or we're all going to like kind of like test you to see what we can get away with. And there's someone who you trusted. Like, hey, I thought you were going to have my back. I thought you would not join in on, like, the hazing, right? But instead, you seemed to not take seriously how it might feel to be on the other side of the fence. All right, let's get some cards from a Blood Moon Tarot. What else? Three Three of Skins or Three of Wands in the reverse. Five of Honey. And the King of Songs. Yeah, this is inaction, failure to defend somebody, leaving them out in the cold. The Five of Honey would be like the Five of Pentacles. And the King of Songs is a card that talks about emotional maturity. You know, if you feel good about yourself, you don't feel the need to throw somebody else under the bus or make fun of somebody in order to get that confidence, right? Nine of Songs and the Four of Skins, which is the Four of Wands. So if you are my friend, or if you are, you know, interested in being connected to me romantically, then I would expect that you would show up for me, right? That you would want to be, I don't know, helpful in a situation that is socially awkward like that, or where someone isn't really taking me seriously. But instead, it feels like you were not thinking about how I felt, and you added to the problem. You let it get worse. Elijah, there's several time zones, but in this particular time zone, it is almost 9 a.m. Hello, CTF. How are you doing? Hey, Danny. If I tell you yes, you're going to tell me that I shouldn't? I'm going to say yes, although I don't like organized religion. And I'm also going to tell you, Danny, that if you're here to make judgments, then you can go ahead and find a different video or reading. But I'm not really in the mood to defend my beliefs, okay? Hello, Trevor. How are you doing? The Lovers in the reverse. This is like a failure to have someone's back, a failure to recognize that maybe they're having a difficult time. And we have a similar issue. It's like feeding upon somebody's insecurity. And notice that both of these cards, we have somebody looking into a mirror. So I feel like this is about looks, or judging someone, trying to make them feel small. But the reason that we have the Devil is because it is rooted in insecurity or fear. Thank you, Laura. I love your username. I hope you're having a good day. Will I be in a new relationship soon? I've added that for you. If it's your first time, I start the personal questions after the general reading, which would be in about 15 minutes. Okay. What verse? Because I'm pretty sure it also says, judge not yet you be judged, right? So I don't want to get into a religious discussion with you. That's not what we're here for. If it's not for you, Danny, then you can go find something else. There's lots of videos on YouTube. But I'm not going to change because I'm using a gift that I got from God to help people. So maybe look up tolerance, right? Hello, how's it going, Chris? Seven of Dreams, which is the Seven of Swords, and the High Priestess. So there is a facade that this person wears. This could be you or another person, right? The one who feels like they trusted someone and that trust was not like validated or confirmed. Like I have insecurities that I don't necessarily show to other people. And somebody was playing on that, or somebody was trying to leverage that to make me feel bad about myself. I hope you can find a way to do that, Elijah. And big boy, what I would recommend is investing time and energy in a hobby that you enjoy. It could be something that's more physical, it could be something that's more mental, but that will help you in terms of building more confidence, and might also give you an opportunity to connect with people in a social way. That would be my recommendation. It's true. What else do we have? The King of Dreams, which is the King of Swords, Three of Honey, or Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Honey, or Knight of Pentacles. So it looks to me like we have our King of Swords saying, you know what, I wish that I had thought a little bit more about what it might feel to be in your situation. I know that there were multiple people judging you, and I didn't think it was as, difficult or trying as it really was, or as you are telling me, or maybe I didn't know about that history, that thing that you've been through, or the fact that you've been, ganged up on by people in schools or in families before. But now that I know that, I'm going to take it more seriously. Now that I know that, I'm going to find a way to have your back. I think we have somebody that's apologizing and offering a different approach should this kind of situation happen again. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, TFE. So with situations, or the situations deck, we have recalling, reminiscing, memories, and returning. So it may seem like not a big deal to you when people are gossiping or making petty comments, but you might have a stronger constitution, or you might feel better about yourself than this person. Again, take the reading how it resonates. Either you're the one who's apologizing, you're the one who's asking for the apology, or saying, I trusted you. But we have someone who had a history of not being respected. Maybe, Elijah. I can't guarantee that I'm going to follow it. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, Danny, but I think you're going to have to probably skip my channel then and find something that works for you. I know what I'm doing is coming from a good place, whereas what you're doing right now is being judgmental. So, I don't know. Sorry that we have to agree to disagree, but I'm going to get focused back on the reading. Hello, Magic. How are you doing? Hello, Jingshen. How are you doing? Hello, Tiana. How's your day? So we have come together, reconciliation, spiritual union, and soul contract. Again, this does not need to mean that you are in a relationship with this person or romantically involved. It could be more of a friendship reconciliation. But there's also a kind of underscoring of someone who seems to be a queen bee, since we had the bee tarot. Somebody who likes to start gossip, somebody who likes to start drama, and whether or not we're going to support that or call that out, right? Me personally, if I see someone, maybe I don't even know them, this has happened in retail stores where someone was being really rude to a person who is just trying to work, right? I'll stick up for them, because I think sometimes people forget that everybody's going through something, and to take out your anger randomly on somebody else, or to try to make yourself feel better by making someone else feel lowly, is not the right way to do it, right? There's better ways to feel good about yourself. Much better ways. Hello, Jamike. Hello, Harpender. How are you doing? Hello, Bob. What's up? Hello, Mystic. How are you today? So we have, interestingly, a TikTok card, a deadline, and this love card. We also have the lust card. So the difference here is we have someone who genuinely cares, and we have somebody who feels more comfortable with physical intimacy than emotional intimacy. The drama queen. I feel like the drama queen is actually threatened by the person who was like bullied. I don't know if YouTube gets mad with that word or not. But we have someone here who was gossiping or being rude, trying to like tear someone else down. And I feel like it's actually because they were feeling insecure. Elijah, that's strange advice. I'm not going to work at a bar again, but thank you. Harpender, you can put your question in a super chat and I will add that to the list. I do the personal questions after the general reading, but I would ask that you not repeat your messages, please. Oh, I hope that gets better, Mystic. It's been real hot everywhere. Got some weird stuff going on. Harpender, please do not repeat your message. I don't want to have to ban you, okay? I don't want to put you in a timeout, but if you keep putting the same message, then no bueno. Elijah, do you know what the definition of advice is? Sounds more so like you're saying you want to be able to buy liquor from someone. That's not advice. I was the mean bartender. Just letting you know. We have crickets and escapade, silence, non-action, and vacation, hideaway, adventure. So this friend or partner that was trusted did not defeat this drama queen, or did not tell them to like stand down. But there could be some awareness that this drama queen is jealous of you or your person, maybe wanting to be in a relationship and feeling like, you know, well, I'm more attractive, or why wouldn't you pick me instead, you know? Just a little bit, Raziel. Thank you, Dracula. Thank you, Mystic. Yeah, I think we need a few cold showers this morning. Or, you know, maybe they just need like a hug. Where are we at? We're at 29 minutes. This is the Green Witch Oracle. Let's see what else we've got. The Rain and Rosemary. I feel like the letter R is important because this drama queen feels rejected. So it's like I'm lashing out at someone else. I actually want to be with your person, but your person is into you. So I'm going to like make you feel uncomfortable because I feel entitled to that relationship that you have. And I was hoping that I could attack someone and make them feel bad. In other situations that are not romantic, this is someone who's threatened because they feel like you have what they want. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could literally be what you look like. Well, Elijah, I hope you find purpose in something other than that. Hello, Nina. How are you doing? So we've got with the rain, cleansing, purification, and hydration. So I do feel like this friendship or relationship can be restored. There's a mature conversation that happens and somebody is stressing their loyalty. It says loyalty. Loyalty and faithfulness. So I will be a good friend or I will be a good partner. I'm sorry that that situation made you feel the way that it did and that I didn't do what I could have to help you feel better in that situation. Preserve, security, forethought, and thrift. I haven't seen this one yet. Look how adorable. That's a chipmunk, right? With full cheeks. And then we got lavender, tranquility, and kindness and self-care. So let's be kind to each other, yes? That's the general message here. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to dive into personal questions. And Laura, I'm going to use the Connolly Tarot for you. Will Laura be in a new relationship soon? Will Laura be in a new relationship soon? Hey Nat, how are you doing today? Laura, we've got the Seven of Cups. Yes, you will be in a new relationship soon. And in fact, I see there being multiple interested parties. So perhaps the tricky part isn't so much finding the relationship, but making the right choice, as the Seven of Cups can talk about multiple options, right? Let me write down Nat's request real quick. Will Mr. V pay me back eventually? All right, I've added that for you. Thank you, Nat. What else for Laura, please, regarding this new relationship? Six of Cups, Page of Cups. I see a new romantic option and a person returning from your past. You may not be interested in that at all. The person from your past, this is somebody who was a self-saboteur. They ruined it for themselves by not investing in the connection with you the way that they should have. I feel like because of fear. They didn't tell you how they actually felt. This is someone who places a big value on you. They understand more clearly now what you actually offer, and I feel like they've gone through some sort of recovery. And what about the new person? The new person, we've got the Three of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Chariot. The new person is a person that takes action. So this is not someone who is shy when it comes to communicating or expressing interest. This is also somebody who believes that when you apologize, you need to also change your behavior. This is someone who is effective with their finances. And with the Chariot, they are not one to dwell if the relationship is not what they want. They don't get stuck. But they are serious about wanting a real relationship. They are fully connected, or if they get into a commitment, they want to be vulnerable and open with their partner. If it were me, I would choose the new person. But you also have someone from your past that seems to have been working on themselves. Aw, thank you, TFE. Or should I call you Enchanted? I appreciate that. So, Laura, yes, you've got a new relationship coming your way. Just make sure you're leveraging your discernment, because you may be actually a little bit overwhelmed finding out that there's more than one person who's interested. And of course, you don't want to get stuck in a connection with somebody who doesn't really know how to approach a relationship. But this new individual, interesting that they both came out as Pentacles, one as the Queen of Pentacles, one as the King of Pentacles. This new person seems to really have their life together. So that would be my vote. All right, let's see what else we've got. We've got Nat up next. Hold on, where did I put that? There you are. And for Nat, we're going to use the Tarot of the Cat People. Thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate that. I shall call you Enchanted. Hello, Randall. Oh, Randall, you're funny. Hey, Elijah. You're on thin ice, my friends. You're going to show respect to people, or you're not going to be in the live chat. Capiche? If you're going to insult people like that, that negative energy comes right back on you. So I would advise you to not do that, okay? So for Nat, will Mr. V pay back Nat eventually? Yes, Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles, both are cards that talk about abundance or self-sufficiency. I feel like something improves in terms of Mr. V's finances, and this enables like a, oh, you know, it's like an overdue library book. I better go pay that. Hello, Queen of Swords. I love the name. How are you doing? All right, how about 50 Shades of come back later when you're feeling a little bit more respectful? Okay. So, Nat, we've got the Page of Cups in the reverse and the Lovers in the reverse. I do feel like Mr. V has made some not so great choices. And ended up with some financial problems. But the intention here is I need to make right. I know that I did not do what I should have, and you were just trying to be considerate or helpful. She said, got my eye on Elijah. That's not you, hun. Are you all right? Thank you, Tiana. What else for Nat, please? The Hanged Man and Death in the reverse. So this is someone who has always wanted to make things right, but has felt like they had to take care of other things first, and unfortunately had to like kind of put this on the back burner, but things are improving and they haven't forgotten, or they want to do the right thing here. I don't think you have too long to wait for that either. So I like that. Huzzah! All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I will probably be back pretty quickly. So, you know, like, subscribe, and then like we'll see you in a couple minutes, okay guys? Doodles.